Can you tell me where that drive comes from?
I would have to say that that drive really mostly comes from my grandmother. Like I told you earlier, she pretty much ended up raising me, even though I had my mother in the home because my mother always had to work. Her wish, like since I've been a child, she was always say, you know, my only wish is to see you graduate high school. That way that I know I've had enough time to give you what you need to keep pushing. And she would always say that I'm just like, oh, this lady's nuts. She's definitely gonna see me through high school. She's gonna be with me forever, because that's in my head. That's how I felt at the time. But she actually wasn't able to attend my high school graduation, but she was able to watch on FaceTime. You know, though she was hurting, she was able to hear them call out all of my scholarships, you know, graduating top of my class. She was able to see that, and just knowing that I did that one thing for her, she trusted that me graduating was the stepping stone to continue to do great things. So she expects a lot out of me, and honestly, I expect a lot out of myself.
Yeah. And what would you say to a kid that's feeling like really down and out? They're doing it very tough. How would you discover that life that you've discovered?
Honestly, I would just have to share with them, like I told you, that it's not your circumstances. It's something inside of everyone that gives them that boost that can decide who they are and what they want to be. Nothing on the outside can decide who you are. You can't control outside forces. You can't control what can happen to you, but you can control how long and how hard you push to get through it. So that's something that I've always done. That's really what I've always lived by. And honestly, for me, it's gotten to the point to where when obstacles are thrown my way, I don't even see them as obstacles. I see them as like little boosters, to where when I describe my success, I can say, I did this, even though this happened. So that makes it sound that much cooler. So mostly, I would like to show them that bad things happen. And I'm sure that they know that, and that they happen all over the place. And some people, like me, I come from a poverty-based home in a wealthy community. So that made it very difficult for me to kind of understand the position that I was in. But dealing with the group of kids that I'm trying to deal with, these are a lot of students who are suffering through poverty. I want to reach them and show them that these bad things are happening, but they're making you stronger. So there's always someone there who's looking out for you, and even if I'm that person for every single one of those students, I will do that. But there's always somebody there that's rooting for you, somebody's looking out for you, and there's always a higher place for you to go. I would just like to say thank you, first off, because even though it's only been a few minutes, AIM has already been a blessing to me, because it got to the point to where I felt like I wasn't really accomplishing much. I reached like a little stagnant point where I had a 3.8 instead of a 4.0. I wasn't used to that, and I was like, man, maybe I'm not on top of my game. But just getting the chance to talk to you guys, and you kind of reminded me that I do have a message to share. And when I just thought about, you know, giving up, because it's so hard to kind of get something started on your own, not knowing how to reach those students, AIM has already given me the foundation and the motivation to continue to push and fight for those who can't even fight for themselves. Like this summer, I lost my grandmother, who was my motivation, like I told you. And that's like, all of that time she's been motivating me, but sometimes it gets to the point to where I think I haven't accomplished anything recently. Am I failing her? But just speaking with you guys, seeing what you're all about, listening to the videos of all the other students, you really gave me that fire. You got it burning again. And I'm ready to touch some lives and kind of inspire all those people, just like my grandmother inspired me, and to continue to know, maybe touch another 2,000 students.
Yeah, and this is a little bit special because our whole thing is built around seeing kids who haven't had a shot graduate high school. Like that's how, I mean, that's there's 10,000 kids, Aboriginal kids, back in Australia. Mm-hmm. That's what we tell them every single day. We don't care who you are, what you do, and what you want to do. We're here to support you, and we want to see you graduate high school. So.
And going through life, I've actually had the opportunity, like the position that I'm in is very unique. Like I said, I'm in a small town. I have, you know, low income based family, small home, but the place that I live in, I'm surrounded by wealthy people. So I get to see the top, but I also am like close enough in the middle to where I can pull people up. And I've always wanted to be that advocate for people, and you know, never leave anyone behind. And I've had the opportunity to see like adults, children, teenagers, all of those people who never had anyone to tell them how beautiful they are on the inside, who've never had anybody to tell them what they can be despite all the things that they've gone through. And that's something that I find myself doing on my own, constantly trying to reach people, and that's more of on a small scale. But with you guys, I can grab 30 people at a time and,
100%.
just hug
Let's
them
do
and love
it.
on them.
Yeah,
So I'm
100%.
super excited to work with you guys.